is what we're going to make today. Enchiladas.
Veggie chicken enchilada.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how to make it now. Hercules. Okay, my friend Nicole is here, my BFF, and so we're gonna make enchiladas. She gave me this recipe before. So anyway, the first thing that you're gonna need is we're using the green sauce, like regular enchilada sauce. You're gonna need a can of beans.
Refried.
Refried beans, yeah. And then red and green bell pepper. And how much onion?
It depends on how much you're making. You want a raw onion, you want to grill it as well. Is it saute, grill, whatever you want to do.
Saute.
And you also need green onions, the long ones. The ones with the little white bulb on the tip and the green onions.
We don't have
that, but you will need it. And you will need olives, which we don't have as well.
No, we do have olives.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And then whatever kind of veggie meat you're going to use, this is the kind that I have. I know they sell this at most stores, but you can use a canned one, whatever one you want. We put it in our food processor and shredded it up. And,
Let's go to everything.
oh, taco shells. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour this in the pan.
We're not, with the onions, no then.
Oh, we're not going to pour it with the onions. Okay. We're going to saute the onions. Then we're going to take the onions out, put it in a bowl. Then we're going to saute this. And then we're going to show you the next step.
We shouldn't put it on.
We don't want it super oily. Let me put the oil, because y'all be oiling people out. You should love to oil me out. Every time I got to tell her about that oil.
I know every time I cook something, she do be like, crazy, putting all this oil. You be like a little bit though.
No, in your eyes a little bit. It's a lot.
Nicole, we really gonna miss you. You was a cool person.
I was a cool person. That's
cool.
enough. That's enough. No.
Oh.
If we need some
Cheers,
more,
right?
I'll say it. We need some more wood than that as we go. Why are you pushing to the back?
I don't know.
So as we're sauteing them, we season it. You just season it with whatever seasonings you have. Like we use onion powder, garlic powder, vegan chicken style seasoning.
Salt and yeast flakes.
And then it was a seasoning I didn't have.
Oregano.
But it's still gonna be good.
Or basil or anything Mexicanish. Right now we're going to cook the beans. What I did is I took the beans out of the can. I put a little water in it versus oil. We don't really need all that oil. I use water, soften up the beans, and then we're going to put a little bit of yeast flakes over it just to give it a cheesy kind of taste. Yeast flakes tends to give it a cheesy taste. And we're going to just warm them up. You don't really need to cook them. They just need to be warm because we already know they're all cooked. And then we're going to come back for part 3.
Now we're going to pour some of this at the bottom, like a little thin layer so that they don't stick. So that the shells don't stick.
And that's about it. And we need a spoon. Or you can do this. Okay. Earlier, Tamisha laid the enchilada sauce at the bottom of the pan. Then we took the tortilla shells, and what you can do is you can take a skillet,
like this,
warm up the skillet, and lay your tortilla shells there until they soften up, and then you flip it over. You don't have to use any oil or any water. Just heat the skillet, lay the tortilla shell, flip it over until it's soft, and then you lay it
like
here.
This.
Or you can do it this way. You can just put it on the fire until they're soft, and then lay it here. Then we took our beans and we spread a thin layer on the top of the shells. Then we're going to take our meat and our bell peppers and our onions, our veggie chicken, and we're going to spread a layer here. We're going to put, I think, approximately 2 layers. It's going to take a minute, so you may want to come back, my friend. Well, what we're doing, we're going to layer it. And then after I put this layer on here, I'm going to pour a little bit of enchilada sauce so it doesn't dry out. And then we're going to start with another layer of tortilla shells.
I'm going to show you that in a minute.
Okay, we're back. And what we did this time is we did the same, we repeated the same step as the first time. We laid the tortilla shells, we laid a thin layer of beans, and now we're putting our meat, veggie meat, and our vegetables on top of that. Don't want to make it thick and chunky. You want to make it not real thin, but kind of medium-like. You don't want to skimp out on the people. You want them to be able to have the meat and the substance in every bite. So
and be sure to subscribe so you can be notified of new videos. We'll post videos every Thursday. Sometime it might be on a Friday, depending if I'm super busy, but I'm definitely trying to put one up every Thursday.
And now we're going to put our enchilada sauce just so it doesn't dry out.
Don't it look so good?
And then we'll do our last layer of tortillas. And what we're going to do after this is after you lay your last layer of tortillas, you want to pour the enchilada sauce on top, sprinkle your olives on top, and if you have green onions, you can sprinkle the green onions on top. Plug in your warmer.
If you don't have this, like what I usually do, but my friend has this in the trunk of her car already, is just get a glass, what are they called? You know, like a glass dish, and just put it in there and put it in the oven.
And just let it warm up, because everything is already cooked. You're going to let it warm up until the cheese on top melts or whatever, and then you take it off and you serve it.
Yeah, because it's not like flesh food where you got to make sure that it's cooked so you don't get sick and
We'll
die.
show them the finishing touches when we're done.
We'll show you it when it's done. You can see us eat it.
Okay, welcome back. We now have our finished product. We have the lovely enchiladas with cheese on top and the enchilada sauce. And like I said earlier, if you want to, you can put some green onions or some black olives, and then everything will be just perfect and fine. Now we're gonna use our little guinea pig for our first piece.
And after it's set the next day, it won't be as juicy